Hey guys, this is Purity Sin, and I am kind of breaking code. You guys have noticed this with the last video. This is part one of my Pacific Rim review. I'm going to be doing a second one that will contain spoilers, but this one I'm going to try not to, because I'm just that nice of a person. So, I'm not really into mechas. I'm going to say that right now. I'm not a huge mecha fan, but I am a Del Toro fan, so I really wanted to see this. And I do like monsters. And I will say I was very, very surprised by this movie. I've been hearing mixed reviews about it, mostly good, and my review and my thoughts are, well, I liked it. I liked it. Not much I can say. I don't want to spoil it in this review, but the next review I will be joined with somebody, the second part of the review, which will contain spoilers, but that will be a different video. So the story's about giant monsters that don't come from space but come from the ocean because of a rift in the ocean. And it's a nice, I love that, I like that angle. I think it's been done before, but I can't remember where. And I like the mechas, though I wonder why they had to design them like that. I guess there's a reason. One person can't pilot them. It has to be two people piloting them and syncing their minds together. Okay, that's an interesting premise. I can totally dig that. But why? Why do they have to pilot it like that? Why can't they pilot it like in all those animes you see? There's one of the basic problems. They don't really explain anything. It's basically here, you do this, and then we do that. That's basically what my one major problem with this movie is the stuff in the movie, which I'll definitely go over when I'm nitpicking in the spoiler review. They need to explain shit a lot more. Because you'll hear it from my co-host that'll be joining me soon for the next review. There's definitely some problems. There's some problems that should be addressed. Hopefully it'll be addressed in the DVDs. There's one major thing that bugs me. I understand, brothers and sons and fathers and stuff having the connection they need to sync. But we're supposed to believe the two main, the girl and the guy, that they just have that thing right away, and they just click magically. Traction, I guess, will do it. I don't know. That's one of the things that could have been addressed a little better. The acting was great in this movie. It had its funny parts. I liked the picks for most of the actors. There's none that I can really say annoyed me very much. The one thing I will say is it does feel like you're going into the middle of a movie when it starts. It honestly feels like a middle movie. Like you're walking in and you miss something. They give you an exposition dump at the beginning. But there's the problem. It feels like no matter what, you're walking into the middle of a movie you've missed the beginning of. That's how it feels at the beginning. And it can be good, it can be bad. Personally, it kind of annoyed me that it felt like we were coming into the middle or the ending of a movie. I understand that there was more to it. I mean, I'm hoping the second movie has something, adds a little more to that and it maybe explains the monsters a little more, because I've heard there's going to be a second one. Now let's talk about the monsters. I meant to go look this up before I do the review, but I didn't get a chance. They remind me very much, and I don't remember the group's name. Somebody please put it in the comments. The group that created Godzilla. The monsters are very reminiscent of that, and I think that's where the rumor is coming out that the second movie will have Godzilla in it. Honestly, that could be good for bad if they connect this with the Godzilla movie, like if there's some small connection. I don't think there's going to be. That's why I don't know why people have started that rumor up. Like, I haven't seen anything in the news about it. I've only heard, like, a bunch of people contacting me and telling me this. I honestly expected to go into this movie and expect some boring-ass, manly movie. I was very surprised. Del Toro is a great writer. I love his directing, I love his writing, and I love his movies. But he does like to kill characters. That's all I'm going to say. He does have a thing about killing characters. Which you guys will... I'll talk about who gets killed more in the spoiler. There will be a complete spoiler review after this. Just like with Despicable Me. You guys will see that in the upcoming weeks. Without going into too much detail, it's a good movie. It's solidly written. Of course, there's plot holes. But there's plot holes that probably could... That would be my cell phone. There's plot holes that could be fixed in the next movie. Or the DVDs could have some stuff, because I'm so trying not to talk about the spoilers, but I want to, so I'm going to probably get to work on that review. But let me go give you my thoughts on if you should see this. Nope, there we go. And yes, I'm using the old house because literally that's the first one I started up. So out of 5... 4.5. This is definitely a movie... Well, you know what? Hell. I'm going to give it a 5. Only because I really like the movie and it generally surprised me more than I was expecting. But I am going to say this. For those that are going to see GLaDOS, or wanting to hear GLaDOS, come here really close. I got a secret. You won't hear dick! Yeah, there's the one thing I'm going to bitch about. The sound is horrible in this movie. The voices are very low compared to the music and everything. But I will talk about that more in my spoiler review that'll be coming up. For now, I'd say go check out Pacific Rim. It got my seal of approval. So diamonds everywhere!